Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch this. I walked away from covering the Minnesota Republican Party convention on Saturday, shell-shocked, dumbfounded, and disgusted and disappointed, and literally ready to wash my hands of the entire fiasco. My suspicions about the insider, the old guard clinging to power and taking whatever steps they could to make sure that that happens, were confirmed. It was very, very, very clear that the old guard wanted Kendall Qualls. And we know that because Paul Gazelka threw his delegates to Kendall. And while I have not been a fan of Jensen, it was very clear that after they eliminated Dr. Shah and Mike Murphy, they were going to go after Jensen. And they were going to do whatever they could to make sure that Qualls got the nomination. Mike put out a video explaining his decision. I really don't know. Nobody really cares what my thoughts or feelings are on any of that, I suppose, but I want Walls gone. While I believe that it would be best at this time for the Republican Party to be handed yet again another massive spanking for how they treat their people. And when I mean their people, I mean the grassroots, the rocks and cows people in the party. This state can't handle another 4 years of Tim Walz and the progressive leftist Marxist agenda that he is a puppet to forward. And make no mistake, Tim Walz is not an idiot by any stretch of the imagination. That's something that we as rocks and cows, grassroots, traditional conservatives have to stop doing. We have to stop assuming that these leftists are morons and that they're idiots, because they're not. They've proven time and again they are smarter than most of us because they keep winning. Lacey Johnson said on the floor of the convention from the podium that one of the sure signs of a party that doesn't want to win is a party that keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and never getting a different result. And we know that that's the very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and never getting a different result, even though you expect you're going to. And that's what the GOP in Minnesota has been guilty of. They keep thinking that they can play the middle. They keep thinking that they can play nice. They keep thinking that they can find a happy medium with the leftist and win. And we've proven that we are morons. We've proven that. As a party, the Minnesota GOP is full of morons. It's just true. I don't mean all the people, but especially leadership. And the leadership in the Minnesota GOP, not only are they morons, but they're tyrannical, despotic morons. This Sergeant at Arms Bob, I don't know who he is, but I have now seen, not only with my own eyes, but read accounts from other people about how this man was acting and the lengths that he was going to demean and belittle people and treat people like petulant little children. that, and the chair and other members of the convention committee were, I mean, they didn't want to hear from the people. The first time in the history of the Minnesota GOP convention that I'm aware of, 55% of the delegates were brand new, had never been to a convention before. The old guard is scared. And so I have to decide what I'm going to do. I have to decide. I want you to, I'm so angry right now. I have to decide between supporting the nominated, endorsed candidate for governor, or running the risk of Walz getting in office again. And make no mistake, the DFL is going to shred Jensen in ads for several of the things that he came out and said on the convention floor. But the party, through Jensen now, has made promises to the base about Second Amendment sanctuary stuff, Castle Doctrine, stand your ground. They've made promises about not allowing anything like the executive order abuses of Governor Walz to take place ever again. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be going back and watching all of Scott Jensen's speeches that I can from the convention, and I'm going to be documenting his promises. And then I will be doing a written outline of what he promised, and I will be doing a video breakdown of what he promised. And we're going to hold him to it. I told Scott on the floor of the convention on Saturday that if he gets the endorsement, I will give him a chance to come on my platform and tell me why he is a genuine conservative. And how he could possibly be what the Rocks and Cows base of Minnesota needs. Mike Murphy is throwing his endorsement to Jensen doesn't mean anything to me. It seriously, it doesn't. It's in the old German, it's Smacksnicks. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. But when a candidate for governor makes promises about what he's going to do, he needs to maintain those promises throughout his campaign so that when he does take office, if he takes office, those promises are so well established and so rooted in the bedrock of what he has said that the true conservatives in the party in Minnesota can hold him to that, to hold his feet to the fire. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. But I do know this. In the metaphorical, in Minecraft way, I want to burn the old guard leadership of the party to the ground. They all have to go. Every single one of them has to go. And if you have old guard leadership in your BPOU, in your county, wherever it might be, it's time for them to go. If you've got people in your district who are not voting the right way on conservative issues, say supporting the vets, funding the vets, who are not voting against, let's say at the federal level, voting against money going to the Ukraine, who are war hawking the hell out of Ukraine, who are all in with the state of Minnesota, withdrawing any activities with Russia, spending and commerce with Russia. Anybody who, like in my region, we have Representative Greg Davids told business owners, you might as well just comply because they're going to nickel and dime you to death. There's nothing I can do. Those kind of people, whether they're in leadership or they're ostensibly in leadership because they're in an elected position, they have to go. They have to go. Guys like Kurt Dowd have to go. Michelle Benson has to go. McCarthy has to go. The establishment candidates, the old guard leadership, gone. They need to go. I know I keep saying this, but I want people to hear this. They need to be gone. They need to go. We need to take this party back, and not the way the Tea Party attempted to do. They came in, caused a ruckus, made a big fuss, and were able to pull off a few things, and then they just disappeared. They got absorbed. No, we need to be loud. We need to be vocal, and when something is there that should be making us angry or upsetting us, we need to make it clear that we're pissed off. Like my friend Brandon just said in the video and comments, we don't need just conservatives. We need constitutional conservatives. And we need party leadership that will stick not only to the Constitution of the United States, but to the party constitution as well. And that's going to be my focus for sure going forward. Changing the leadership structure of the Republican Party in my area, and that should be your focus in your area as well, wherever it happens to be. The old guard has to go. We need to take the party back from them. Otherwise, we might as well just all be DFL. So I'm pulling into work. I got to cut this down. I don't know who I'm going to support. I'll tell you right now, if Neil Shah decided to run as an independent or challenge in the primary, I just might support him. I have more respect for Neil Shah than I did anybody else coming out of that convention right now. I'm not kidding. Neil, if you see this, please come on my show. Scott Jensen, I told you I'd have you on. This is your opportunity to show if you really are a man of the rocks and cows, people. You don't come on after I told you I'd have you on, even though I've been hard on you. You just show yourself to be what everybody is afraid you are. Till next time, my friends, sic semper tyrannis.